And the Senate today began deliberations on the proposed 2014 national budget of 2.264 trillion pesos. The amount is 3.2 billion pesos lower than the outlay originally submitted by Malacanang to Congress. Again, the details from Bianca Piedad.
On the floor for...
The Senate is set to include a fund for the climate change adaptation of the country in the 2.268 trillion peso budget for 2014. According to Senate Committee on Finance Chair Senator Francis Escudero, the climate change adaptation projects and disaster risk reduction program the government should subsidize is in the tune of 70 billion pesos. Escudero also says that it is necessary to incorporate right away in the 2014 national budget the fund for the rehab of the calamity-stricken Visayas region. The rehabilitation fund should be taken from programs or projects whose implementation may be delayed next year. Included in the amendments rolled out by Finance Committee chairmen is the exclusion of 3.2 billion pesos or the 200 million peso individual pork of 15 senators who agreed to subtract the same from the total budget. This explains the considerably lower 2.265 trillion budget proposed by the Senate for 2014 as opposed to that of the lower house, which stands at 2.268 trillion pesos. Senate President Franklin Drilon is scheduled to discuss with the House leadership the creation of a supplemental budget from the remaining 14.5 billion peso PTV of the legislators, which will be used to spend in the rehabilitation of areas ravaged by successive calamities. Drilon says this should originate from the lower house as this is an appropriation measure, while expressing confidence that this move will get the nod of the lower house. Once passed by the lower house, Drilon will ask Finance Committee Chair to suspend the deliberation of the 2014 budget to pave the way for the discussion of the proposed supplemental budget.
I would urge the immediate passage of a supplemental budget. Bago po matapos ang taon, dahil pag natapos these funds are no longer there as the General Appropriation Act for 2013 would expire by December 31.
If the proposal failed to be elevated, the fund will be returned to the National Treasury and may no longer be used. For People's Television, Bianca Piedad.